Okay, we're gonna be watching Scoob. This is Ryan on Blizzard World and Diamond 3 on PC. Zarya, unkillable, literally. Why? Tried to get as much space as I could, tried to get kills, gave callouts, nobody followed, didn't hear anything from mates. What could I do better? Was it only communication diff? Understand that I was somewhat desperate to kill at the end of the match. And what do you want reviewed? How, why I got rolled so bad by the Zarya. So for starters, don't try to do callouts. I mean, you can if you want, but don't do that and then be frustrated when people don't listen to you. Somebody was saying recently on the subreddit that I really liked, which is if you can't get the masters or GM without communicating, you're not going to get there with communicating. So even as tank, you don't need to do it. Like, learn how to read the game and your teammates without needing to communicate. I think is a really really important skill. Number one. So just don't even worry about anybody else. Just worry about your own play. Number two, I'm going to bet that you're going to have the same problem that everybody does when facing off against Zarya. In, I would say, below diamond, but you're diamond on PC and apparently you have this problem, which is understanding when she has bubbles and when she doesn't. Because what you typically do is you attack the Zarya, she chooses her first bubble. Okay, great. You kind of wait the bubble out or whatever, right? Then you attack her again and she uses bubble again, and then you're like, wow, that sucks. Let me go do something else while she doesn't have like after that, because I don't want to attack her again when she has bubbles. So you do something else for a few seconds and then you come back and attack her again, and then she has bubble, and you're like, it feels like she always has bubbles. The reason being is that you're not keeping track of her bubble charges. Okay, this is like a basic skill check against Zarya: is how many bubble charges does she have? And if you do not know the answer to the question, then you are not playing well. Right? It doesn't matter what tank you are playing, you need to figure out how many bubble charges does Zarya have. She starts with 2, you're going to see her use 1, then you're going to see her use another. She's going to regenerate a bubble every 11 seconds. Okay, so after she uses her first 2 charges, she can only have bubbles up for, rounded, 20% of the time, which means after you see the first 2 charges, 80% of the entire time until she dies, she will be without a bubble. And you just need to learn, when does she not have a bubble so that I can punish her. So the goal is, you get up close, right? You bait out both bubbles, then you start attacking, then she uses the 3rd bubble, you wait that bubble out, or destroy it if she's really low, and then you kill her. And then you win. So I already don't like what you're just doing there. You're just kind of holding shield. You're way too far ahead of your team, so the shield didn't even help. For the record, I'm not going to do a full replay review. I'm going to try to focus on just the Zarya aspect here, since that was the original question. But I already do not like what you're doing. And the fact that you're not shield hopping is also concerning. This is not shield hopping. This is just jumping with a shield. Shield hopping is when you maintain about 70-80% of your movement speed. I'll link a guide here while going forwards. But this is too slow. Now you're just a break. See, this is an example of not to throw fire strikes. Right? There's no, like, she's clearly baiting a fire strike. She wants you to fire strike her here. That's why she's walking so close. Like, why? Think about it. She's got much longer range. Her range is twice as long as this, as she's standing right now. She's walking up to you because she's trying to bait you to attack her, and you fall right into it. So you have 2 options here. Number 1 is that you can aggressively jump into her, right, while shield hopping, and then swing, and start the swing animation and immediately shield cancel. And especially lower ranked Zaryas will often bubble as a result. And then you just stand there with your shield, and now she feels awkward because she bubbled and she got no energy, and she's going to lose. Number 2 is that you can throw Fire Strike, but when you throw Fire Strike, chuck it into the wall, or like up or left, or anything that's not at her, to not feed her the energy. You should really shield now. The shield's not for anybody. Okay, how many charges does Zarya have? She still has 1, right? Because we saw her use this one. That charge was chaining, so she still have 1 more, right? So just recognize, hey, what can you do right now? Well, your team's here, so you should be pushing right now. You should be pushing to force this bubble out. Again, like, there's no reason for you to be playing here. If you got full health, play at the corner, swing. That's your job. Go up to the corner, swing. Great. Now she doesn't have bubble, so she's going to have about 5 seconds before her next bubble. Yeah, give or take. So you can decide, either I can push in aggressively right here, or I can chill. The correct call here is to push in aggressively, because their Widow was like way the heck over here for some reason, because the Junkrat's on the flank. So it's just the Zen, a Lucio, and a Zarya. Like, they barely have any healing. You can literally just hold shield right now, walk up, right? Drop the shield when it's like under 50, and then just kill her. But I feel like what you're gonna do. No, this is good, right? It's great. So the moment you get bumped by our Lucio, just charge into Lucio. He used boop. He can't stop you. Charge in, kill him. He dies right now. You charge. Go for Lucio. So you kind of got there, right? That's her last bubble. You should recognize she's not gonna bubble for at least another 5-6 seconds. Right? Now you kill Lucio, right? Swing. Always swing first. Always swing first. You don't fire strike cancel either. Yeah, see? If you fire strike cancel, the Lucio would already be dead. Because you would have gotten an extra hit in previously, right? Sorry, previous than this. So right here, you should have opened with the hammer swing, then the fire strike. And as a result, he would be lower and he would be dead right now is when he'd be dead. So you messed up. So your shield's low. Yeah, again, your team's going for high ground now, so you're fine. Right? Just chill for a second, get healing. Don't go too far back. Yep, go in. Alright, you lost 3, so just die. I would just die here. Yeah, I mean, but I would try to swing and, like, force to get, like, ult charge or something. Are you trapped? No, you're not trapped. Oh, you're trapped. No, you just gave up. Yeah, well, no need to do this. Just try to get some ult charge. Alright, Zarya does not have a great way to stopping Shatter, so... Okay, so we're gonna go in again. Zarya has 2 bubbles. That's bubble number 1. There's a trap right there. Yep. By the way, I would keep walking forward, hit it while I'm moving forwards. Okay? I think it's reasonable to charge right now even, but because that's her second bubble. You know? Now she doesn't have bubble for 5 seconds. Like, you could have been very aggressive here on that right angle. But instead you just stand there, you let your shield go down. Sorry, Anna's not even here. Okay, that was a mistake. You took way too much damage there. So, the Zarya ends up getting on high ground behind you. And the Junkrat comes behind you as well. You should have heard the jump and looked up here. Yeah, he's going to come down behind you. This is admittedly a confusing situation. It's extremely weird for that to happen. But you got a shield. Yeah, you're good. Right, get healed now. You have way more healing than the opposing team. I think that's one thing to recognize. You have a massive 2 main healers, and they have 0 main healers. So as long any sort of battle of attrition is great for you. Right, just force them down. I don't think you need to go high ground right now, but if you really want to, you can. I think this is a waste of time. I think you really want to go in right now, because the more time you waste, the more time she's going to get bubbles back. Right, she's going to have bubble now. That's why she's getting aggressive. You know she's bubble. So start your swing, right? Try to bait it, and I'll see your supports didn't come with you too. So this is also a waste. Like, you're just wasting a ton of time here. This is very, very sloppy. Like I said, you didn't need to do this. You could have just gone main, and it would have been totally fine. Right? Way back here. Okay, great. This happens. Cool. You get healed. You're good now. Right? Just charge, right? Charge, kill the Widow, force her back, right? And then go to point. The Zarya's gonna have to come to point. You know? Like, you waste all this time. Then your team has to go backwards because there's no space. And now you go over here. Very lost one. Right? You could have baited a bubble. And then, you die. Just gonna jump forward now. Okay, you're back again, right? You got 5 ultis here, right? And they have a bunch of ultis, which means you may lose this fight because of ultimates, but that's also important, right? You gotta do something. You're also just taking so long to get in, right? It's a minute 11, so for perspective, there's been 2.5 minutes that have gone by, and you've had 3 fights? You're just taking way too long to just, like, get engaged. Standing here, holding your shield, doesn't do anything. Doesn't do a thing. Because, think about it. If you just took a step back, at a minimum, you just took a step back, so the Zarya can beam you, wouldn't that be the identical amount of value? Because she can't hit you there, and she can't hit anybody else. Nobody else is going to stand in range of her beam. It's not like somebody needs to get this close to her in order to do damage. They're going to be able to attack her regardless. Like, this is a useless shield. You should have saved Fire Strike for right there. Yeah. Yeah, you tried. So, they waste tire. Great. You traded. Trades are good, right? On offense, trades are typically good. First point offense, at least, right? They have a very, very far spawn. You go high ground. I think going high ground right now is fine. Again, get aggressive. Charge in, right? The boop is not going to be able to stop you completely. Cool. You got it. Charge. So I think, does Zarya have shatter right now, or bubble right now? Because if she doesn't have bubble, then you can shatter. If she doesn't bubble, don't shatter. If you're not sure, you can swing at her, or just do that. That works too. Okay, grab, fine, that's fine, right? You force grab, you force trance, great, we'll take it. Right, shield her off. As soon as she's done shooting, then release shield. Great, tire's dead. I don't know what that fire strike is for. You should immediately go top left and clear off the Zen, right? You heard / saw the Zen go up there. You should go up and clear the Zen right now. The Zen can't do anything if you just walk up here and kill him. Like, literally nothing. You missed your opportunity. Now they're gonna drop beat on point. So just shield off the Zarya, right? The Lucius not gonna do any damage. The Zen can do damage, but you can't actually deal with the Zen yourself. So just shield off the Zarya, because that's the only one that you actually can do something about. Don't chase the Lucio around when he's got beat, right? Again, I think if you just keep the Zarya from doing anything, if you just shield off the Zarya and stay in her face the whole time, I think it would be way better off than trying to just chase this Lucio uselessly. Okay, now you get nanoed. I mean, I guess you wanted to finish the cap, but I would have chased her down. Right? I think right here, I would just charge this. Because I know the bubble's about to end. If you just charge straight ahead, she's going to die. She doesn't have any more bubbles now. But now, she's going to be able to get away. See? Now it's like really hard. Now you're just going to feed ult charge. Oh, you should have swung at the Pharaoh. Right here. Swing at the Pharaoh. And she would have died. Right? Now she has no bubbles. Zarya has no bubbles, but you have no health. Because you know she used one bubble for herself and she used the Pharaoh. Now you can go, yeah, I think there's actually a good time to charge. That's great. Yeah, go for it. Yeah, kill Lucio. Good. Yep, chase the Zarya. So she's going to have bubble in a couple seconds. Yep, that's bubble. Right, just shield it off. Zen's here, though. He can't follow. Yeah, I think this is fine so far. I think just on first point, you just need to be more aggressive and push faster. Get pushed all the way back. Whoa. How did this happen? Things go very awry. So you've lost your Cassidy here. Okay, so I think the biggest issue is that you have not taken high ground, which is a problem. I will also link my Blizzard World tank positioning guide, since it seems like you don't have a strong feel on how to play the map either. It's very, very important to take second. For the record, you can still... Sure, whatever. They want to do this, it's fine, right? They grab High Noon, you'll be back in 10 seconds. It's no big deal. Right? Don't let it tilt you. It's like, it means literally nothing. Like, this is how you waste your time. No. Just go behind them, right? Just go behind them. Like, the shielding is not valuable. You're spending way too much time trying to shield off your team instead of trying to get into them and attack them. Okay, all the things have gone wrong here. So again, you wasted way too much time just staring at them with their shield up. I think this is fine for shield. Right, Katsumi's up. So, Trance starts right now. So, it was a bad shatter, but it happens about the same time, so I can kind of understand this. But I wouldn't have shattered this anyway. You know? Like, this Cassidy is quite far away from you, and the Zen was on high ground, so you're only going to get the Cassidy here, maybe, and he's quite far away. I would try to go for the Zarya. The Zarya is your main problem. I would attack her to force out bubbles, make absolute, because I probably lost track of how many bubbles she has at this point, right? Attack her, force out the bubbles, you can even attack and destroy the bubble, and then shatter, and then it's over. Fight's won. You should charge there. I feel like that's a pretty obvious charge, right? Trance is up, you cannot do enough damage, just charge him. Now you get 0 kills. Zen's in. It's fine, just die. Reset. Charge. I would charge back to spawn here. You do not want to die. Oh no. So how many bubbles does Zarya have? You have no idea, right? But force him, right? That's 1. Right? Okay, Cassie just killed 2. Right? Cut her off down there. I would charge down there. Charge. You're so scared. You're full health. Charge her. Oh no. You're like so worried about overtime. Your whole team's on it. It's fine. You should have killed the Zarya. You don't want the Zarya escaping with charge. Not that she has a lot, but... Okay, so now that you don't have high ground, there's almost no way that you can take second point. Something they would have to truly mess up here. If you don't have second point or high ground, there's like no way to take second point on Blizzard World. It's just not happening. Like your odds of winning are like 90% or less that they're gonna win. Right now they hear shatter, or right now they have beat, and then yeah, there's just nothing you can do in this situation. You just made too many mistakes. You took way too long to attack first point, like crazy long, just constantly holding your shield up. Yeah, you're shield botting way too much. Right? Always be thinking, not how can I hold my shield for my teammates, but how can I use the shield to hit people? That's fine. Great. You baited it? Great. So, you definitely cut this a little close, because your supports are in here. Again, you really needed shield in this situation. No. Yeah. Just play the corner, right? Just attack, swing the corner repeatedly, because you can like basically attack through walls as long as you poke out your head out at the last possible moment. Zarya's super low. Zen's over there. I think there's a reasonable charge to, because you understand the Zen's cut off. No, fire strike cancel. You would have killed the Zen. You like never fire strike cancel. Right? 1-2 fire strike cancel always kills 200 health heroes. And now kills 300 health, or 250 health heroes as well. So I think it is a mistake. So you go, let's kind of back this up here, right? So you go high ground here alone. Honestly, you should have been playing, I don't know why you're here to begin with. You should be playing high ground with your team, right? If you play high ground with your team, they never take, oh, what the heck is this jump? Oh, that's neat. I did not know that jump existed. Damn, okay, that's cool. Anyway, you should have been playing high ground right here with your team, which would have forced, like, none of this would have happened, right? You guys would have gotten the pick, and you wouldn't have lost your Junkrat. So none of this would have happened. So that's on you. You're too slow, right? I don't know why you're playing on point when your team is playing high ground over here. Again, it doesn't look like you know how to play Blizzard World, is my guess. And I bet if this continued on to second and third point, it would also demonstrate that you don't know how to play Blizzard World. Like, every map has a particular way to play it that is correct, quote unquote, right? It's complicated. There's a lot of variables involved, but certainly, like, more optimal ways to play than just, like, winging it. And it seems like you're just kind of winging it often. So in this situation, right, you can just get behind this pillar and LOS the Zarya. She's clearly just beaming you down. You know, she's not going for supports here. You're so low. She's just trying to beam you down. And then once you're over here, you get one swing in, second swing in, follow up with a Fire Strike, and Lucio dies. For sure, you could kill Lucio there. Right, just a little better mechanics. So once that pick happened, right, I would probably strongly have even considered charging this side like this and try to get the kill, because it's going to be hard for you to win now. Because then getting a pick. Again, yeah, I mean, you probably don't even have time for the Fire Strike cancel, but you even try. But yeah, biggest issue was not playing high ground with your team. Like, you were just out of position to begin with, and basically you let their tank walk into your team, and you did nothing and just stood there. You should go high ground right now. Again, you're out of position, right? You're like way out of position. You should be right here. You see how their tank is just going to push in on your team? Thankfully, you have a Junkrat. I don't know why you're trying to fight over here. Oh, this is a massive throw. This has nothing to do with them being Zarya, right? Like, this is a massive throw. I don't know why you're playing here. Just play here. Just play high ground, right? Play this choke. Play this choke. Like, this is just straight throwing. Like, it feels like you're, like, super tilted already. It's got nothing to do with the fact that they played Zarya. Yeah. Okay, cool. So, number one, basic Ryan techniques. I gotta learn them, right? Shield hopping, Fire Strike cancel, really, really important. Also, third-person peeking, unless you do third-person peeking either. Number two, Zarya, bait bubbles, then attack and walk into her and fight her. Number three, this is closer to number one, but like the regular swing mechanics, you have so many opportunities to hit that Lucio. He's like very, very aggressive in your face. You have a lot of opportunities to kill Lucio. Number four, recognize that like your team just had more healing, so you could be a lot more aggressive. You had two main healers and they had zero. You could have been very, very aggressive and you were not. What was that, number three, number four? Whatever, next point. Next point is out of position, right? Really, really, really out of position. That's like absolutely critical, is that you were not playing the right spots very well. And I think that is a huge reason why you just get absolutely rolled here, and it's not even close. I don't really think I feel like the other tank was better than you and knew how to play the map better, thus indicated by her bubble right click jump, and I think the other tank would have beaten you on other tanks too. It does not feel like you know how to play Blizzard World. Okay, I'm gonna stop there. Hopefully that's helpful at least a little bit.